Home is our sanctuary. It's the place where we retreat from the chaos of the outside world, where we can truly be ourselves. It's where we find peace and rest, a haven where we can recharge and rejuvenate our spirits. It's a place of love and laughter where memories are made and cherished. The walls echo with the sounds of joy and togetherness. Our homes should be a refuge from the stresses of the world, a place where we can find comfort and solace in the company of our loved ones. But sometimes the world feels like it's closing in. The pressures and uncertainties of life can seep into our sanctuary, making it feel less secure. We face challenges and uncertainties that shake our sense of security. The unknown can be daunting, and it's easy to feel vulnerable. In those moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and afraid, but there is hope. We can find strength in our faith and in each other. There is a source of strength and protection that can never be shaken. God's unwavering love for us. His love is a constant, a beacon of hope in the darkest times. When we invite God into our homes, we invite His protection. His presence brings a sense of peace and security that the world cannot offer. We open our hearts to His peace that surpasses all understanding. In His embrace, we find the strength to face any challenge, the courage to overcome any fear, and the assurance that we are never alone. Our homes become more than just a physical space. They become a sanctuary of love, faith, and hope. A place where we can always find refuge no matter what life throws our way. With God's love as our foundation, our homes can withstand any storm. We step out into the world with confidence, knowing that our sanctuary is always there to welcome us back. The Bible is filled with verses that speak of God's promise to protect His children. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, the scriptures are rich with assurances of His divine protection and care. These promises are not just historical texts. They are living words that continue to offer comfort and hope to believers today. These aren't just empty words. They are powerful declarations of His love and faithfulness. When we read these verses, we are reminded of God's unwavering commitment to us. His promises are like a shield, offering us a sense of security and peace in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain. They are powerful declarations of His love and faithfulness. Each verse is a testament to His enduring presence in our lives. Whether we are facing personal struggles or global crises, these words serve as a beacon of hope, guiding us back to the safety of His embrace. Psalm 91, verses 1-2 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." This passage is a profound reminder that God's protection is not just a temporary shelter, but a permanent dwelling place for those who seek Him. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This imagery of dwelling under God's shadow evokes a sense of closeness and intimacy with the divine. It suggests that when we draw near to God, we are enveloped in His protective presence. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. These words are a declaration of faith and trust in God's ability to protect and provide. They encourage us to place our confidence in Him, knowing that He is our ultimate source of safety and security. These verses tell us that when we make God our refuge, we are dwelling in His protection. It is a conscious choice to seek His presence and rely on His strength. In doing so, we find a sanctuary where we are shielded from the storms of life. We are covered by His shadow, safe and secure in His love. This divine protection is not just a promise for the future, but a reality we can experience every day. As we trust in God's promises, we can live with the assurance that we are never alone and His protective hand is always over us. When fear knocks at the door of our hearts, it can be overwhelming and paralyzing. The uncertainties of life often bring about anxiety and stress, making it difficult to find peace. In these moments, we can find comfort in knowing that God is our protector. His presence is a constant reminder that we are never alone, no matter how daunting the challenges we face may seem. He is our shield and our defender, standing guard over us with unwavering vigilance. His protection is not just a fleeting promise, but a steadfast assurance that we can rely on. He watches over us day and night, ensuring that we are safe from harm. His eyes are always upon us, guiding us through the darkness and into the light. Proverbs 3, verses 24 to 26 reassures us with these comforting words. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. You will lie down and your sleep will be sweet. This promise is a balm to our weary souls, offering peace in the midst of turmoil. Yes, you will lie down and your sleep will be sweet. The tranquility that comes from trusting in God's protection allows us to rest without fear, knowing that we are cradled in His loving arms. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, for God's protection is ever present. He is our refuge in times of trouble, a fortress that cannot be breached, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes. For the Lord is our shield, deflecting the arrows of adversity and keeping us safe from harm. For the Lord will be your confidence, instilling in us a sense of security that transcends our circumstances. His presence gives us the strength to face each day with courage and hope, and will keep your foot from being caught. His guidance ensures that we do not stumble, leading us on a path of safety and peace. These verses remind us that even in the darkest of nights, when fear and uncertainty loom large, we can rest securely in God's love. His light dispels the shadows, bringing comfort and reassurance. We can rest securely in God's love. He is our confidence, our unwavering protector who never leaves our side. His love is a fortress that shields us from all harm, and He will keep us safe from harm. In His embrace, we find the peace and security that our hearts long for, knowing that we are always under His watchful care. What does it mean to dwell in the secret place of the Most High? It means to cultivate a deep and abiding relationship with God. It means to spend time in prayer, to meditate on His Word, and to seek His guidance in all that we do. When we make God the center of our lives, we are drawn closer to His protective embrace. We are aligning ourselves with His will and opening ourselves to His blessings. Life is full of storms. We face challenges, disappointments, and uncertainties. But even in the midst of the storm, God is our shield. He is our protector, our guide, and our source of strength. Psalm 27 verse 5 says, "For in the time of trouble He shall hide me in His pavilion. In the secret place of His tabernacle He shall hide me. He shall set me high upon a rock." This verse reminds us that no matter what storms we face, God is our refuge. He will hide us in His pavilion and set us high above the reach of trouble. Section 6. Peace that surpasses understanding. When we trust in God's protection, we experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not the absence of problems, but the presence of God in the midst of them. Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 to 7 tells us, Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Section 7. Living a life of faith. Trusting in God's protection requires faith. It means believing in His promises even when we don't see them fully manifested in our lives. It means walking by faith, not by sight. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 tells us, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." We may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but we can trust that God is in control. He is working all things together for our good, even when we can't see it. Section 8. Open your heart to His protection. God's protection is available to all who call upon His name. It's not something we earn or deserve. It's a gift of His grace and mercy. All we have to do is open our hearts to Him, invite Him into our homes and into our lives. Make Him our refuge and our strength. Section 9. Your home, a beacon of hope. When we invite God's protection into our homes, they become beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs it. They become places of peace, love, and refuge for our families and for those around us. Let your home be a testament to the power of God's love and protection. Let it be a place where His presence is felt and His peace reigns supreme.